seems every minute we get another superstar on the show, and I'm really pleased to meet. He's in the 9th season of the Formula E. Max Günther. Nice to meet you, mate. How are you?
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Firstly, talk me through, for those that don't know, e-sports racing. It's all electric cars.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm racing in Formula E since 5 years.
Yep.
It's a world championship, same as Formula One, and yeah, obviously a very futuristic championship.
Sure.
And yeah, it's pretty cool to be part of it.
And you're with the Maserati MSG team. As a young boy, it's a bit of a dream come true, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It makes me very proud to race for such an amazing brand.
Yeah.
Like Maserati has a big legacy, in racing. And now, first time that Maserati is going, with electric cars. It's a very exciting project, yes.
And in 2020, you had your breakthrough win at the Santiago E-Prix. What was that like? Was that a bit of a relief to have your first major win?
Yes, I mean, you need to see, you start when you're like a 6-year-old boy, you start with karting, you've got this big dream to become a professional and to make it all the way up there. And then you're working so hard all your career as a teenager in Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2. Then you make this step to become a professional, you are in Formula E, and then to achieve your first victory is something really, really special, and probably still one of the best days in my life.
I think all sportsmen would agree that everyone doubts themselves until you actually achieve that, and once you achieve it, you go, okay, I do belong, I'm good enough, and because confidence is everything in sport, isn't it?
It is a lot about having the right mindset, being clear in what you're doing, and as well trust yourself, your own way of approaching things. And I'm as I said, with how the past few years have been going, I'm really, really proud.
So did you race on the same Formula One tracks? They're more of street tracks, aren't they? Are they more narrow?
Correct. I mean, obviously Monaco is the only track which is exactly the same,
okay.
Formula One and Formula E. Apart from that, we always race in street circuits.
Yeah.
So the tracks are very narrow, and a good challenge, to drive our electric cars around there. But that's what I love, and it's a good challenge.
So there would be obviously a lot of skill to be able to manoeuvre in those tight spaces, I suppose.
Correct, and actually you see a lot of overtaking in Formula E, more than in Formula One, even though our tracks are a lot more narrow. That's because in our case, as well, the energy management side is a very important part, meaning in the race, as much as we need to overtake and go fast, we need to save our energy as well.
Pick your moment.
Exactly, and that's what provides overtaking opportunities, because it could be that the guy in front of you, he needs to save a bit more energy at the moment, so then you can launch a move and overtake him.
Is it true? I read somewhere that in Formula One, each team, they don't like each other, they're so competitive, but the Formula E is growing, and is there a sense of the team sort of working together to grow the sport as well? Or
definitely. Already now Formula E, I would say, after Formula One is the biggest championship, even though it's only the 9th season of the series. So for all of us, it's a great mission to transfer what we are doing to the public, because at the end, racing, I think, has always had the role to develop the technologies in racing, to then bring it on the road cars. And now a lot of people start to go electric with the private car, and what we are doing is a bit of pioneering at the end.
And it seems in the last 4 years, a lot more drivers have been attracted to the sport. Are there any particular drivers you love racing against, or is your arch enemy?
I would say I would put it in different words. I think the level is extremely high, and everybody can win races because it's so competitive. But for sure, when you come into Formula E, I raced against a few of my former idols. It was pretty cool. Like, for instance, like Felipe Massa, he was in the championship when I entered, and to race against guys like him is amazing. Because I've watched him when I was a little boy. 7, 8 years old, and he was racing in Ferrari around these streets behind us. So to then race against them is pretty special.
I can relate to that. One of my heroes in cricket is a guy called Mark Waugh, and I got to bat with him in my first game and I was just actually watching him. I couldn't believe it. I got run out. So it was a great experience. So the Formula One's here on Sunday. Who's your tip? Who's going to be standing on the podium?
I'm going to be very brave. I say Fernando Alonso is going to win the race. Because I think obviously, Red Bull, they've got a fantastic car and they're the favorites.
Yeah.
But the Aston Martin is, from what I know, a very good car to drive. The top speed is the weakness of the car, but in Monaco this doesn't matter at all, and they're very good in the corners. So I think could be a good tip maybe.
One more question on Formula E. I'm assuming the cars are a lot lighter. Are they safer or? Safety
is the same. The safety standards of Formula 1 and Formula E, they are on the same level. For sure, in our case, the acceleration is something really special about our car, because you've got this, instant torque all the time. That's what we enjoy a lot. But yes, the car is definitely lighter, and it's good to drive.
Well, Max, look, thanks for coming, and it's really good chatting to you, and wish you all the best. And make sure you come down to Australia, and be good fun down there, race down there. You'll
definitely.
Love it.
Has been a pleasure, and would love to do it.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Afternoon Sport Monaco series. Don't miss an episode. Find us wherever you listen to your podcasts, on YouTube or any of our social media platforms. afternoonsport.com.